Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom.Strategies. So in this video, I want to cover Tron. Okay, so it's been a while since we covered Tron, and I'm doing the portfolio analysis for a lot of the viewers and subscribers. One of this coin that is keep on coming up in every portfolio that I'm looking at. Every single portfolio, at least 90% of the portfolio that I have seen so far, every one of them have Tron in it. Every one of them. Some of them have 30-40% of their portfolio sitting in Tron, like in red. They're like down 50%, down 30%, or like even some is like almost 70%. And this is one of the coin that is very consistent throughout every single portfolio that I have seen so far. That really makes me believe that a lot of the newcomers who came into the market in around November, December, and January time frame, they were coming into the market based on the news, based on what they have heard from their coworker or from their friends. And one of the coin that was keep getting talked about at that time was Tron, and it was just too much hype around that coin. That being said, let's do a quick technical analysis on Tron, what I'm looking at in Tron, what you should be looking at, what is like upside potential, downside, what are some support levels. So let's get into it. All right, so before I get started, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I post new content every day, and hit those bell icon for the notification so you can get these videos right away. As you know, we are in a very dynamic market. This market is keep on changing, and you don't want to be waiting 24 hours, 48 hours to come and take a look at it, what's going on, and realize you completely missed the trade or you completely missed out what happened throughout the day. So hit those notification icon and you can get these videos right away. All right, and if you think you're learning something, if you think this is helping you with your trade, then please give me a thumbs up. That really keeps me motivated in doing these videos for you every day. So that will be very appreciative. All right, so getting to Tron, we have been covering Tron since the initial spike up. The first time when I made a video on Tron, I told the viewers not to buy Tron when it was hitting the 30 cents mark. Early January, I was saying it was just too overstretched and it's just waiting. It needs to pull back. It needs to come down. And that we had this sell-off, huge sell-off back then. Came all the way down to 4 cents. Then we had the spike up, went all the way to around 8 cents. Then we are in this steady downtrend, try to make another spike to around 6 cents mark, and now again in this downtrend. So what I'm looking at Tron right here is coming at very significant support levels right now. So this support level goes back all the way from December. So in December, when we had initial spike in Tron, that was a resistance right around that 4 cents mark. That we had that was acting as a resistance, and now that is holding up as a support. All right, so if you see this in the January time frame, we came all the way down to that 4 cents mark. Again in the early February, we came all the way to 4 cents mark, and now again we are coming down to that 4 cents mark, which is a very significant support. All right, it's a very significant support that we must hold in order to make sure that if we have any potential to get out of this downtrend, then we need to hold that support line. All right, the second support that I'm seeing is the 100-day moving average line that is just coming up, which is right around that 4 cents mark. So let me just bring this up a little bit, zoom in. By the way, we are looking at the the Tron to Bitcoin, Tron to BTC, and the data is coming from Binance exchange. The reason I like to mention the exchange is because there are so many different exchanges like Binance, Bittrex, KuCoin, Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken. I mean, there are tons and tons of exchanges, right? some of this exchange will not survive. Let me be clear. Some of this exchange will get hacked and they will never come back. And you want to be very careful which exchange you are putting your money in. I like to diversify my money a little bit in the different exchange and try not to keep as much money on the exchange. Some money I just like to keep it in the cold storage, as in like offline. Like, you know, the long-term Bitcoin position, if I have some, I will just keep it offline. Long-term Ripple position I will just keep it offline. Same thing with the Litecoin. So certain X amount that you want to, like, again, it all depends on what is your risk tolerance level, what is your game plan overall, okay? But like, you know, be very careful on which exchange you sign up. Binance is pretty well known exchange. It's one of the biggest exchange right now. So it's pretty the reputation of Binance is they had some, like, you know, technical issues last month, or I think it was earlier this month, but they have figured it out. I mean they have a good solid team behind it. So alright, so that's like my little speech on exchanges, but please be mindful of that. Don't open up account in every single exchange. Keep it consolidated into like maybe 2 or 3 at most. So you don't get, like, you know, you don't have accounts in, you know, 5, 6 exchanges, and God knows what's going on with them. All right. So Tron is coming up to a very significant support level right now. So if you want to, again, I mean, these are very speculative coins. So I mean, I want to make sure that you understand that you should not have more than like 5% of your portfolio position in this kind of coins. It's just very speculative, unless you are really a big gambler who really wants to just roll the dice and see how it goes. Then, you know, you can throw in money. But, like, you know, we are not gamblers. We are not trying to be a gambler. We want to stay away from those things. We want to make sure when we are making a trade, we are making a trade as a professional, not as an amateur. Because amateur will eventually, they might, you know, try to hit the home run, and they one in the blue moon, yeah, they will hit the home run, but most of the time they will get striked out. So you don't want to get striked out. You don't want to be sitting on a dead portfolio for years. I have seen that. I have seen it again and again. People are just sitting on a portfolio for 2-3 years that is completely dead, and it's just it doesn't move, and it's just like, you know, locked capital, and you can't do anything. So don't be one of those guys. Make sure, like, whatever the risk you understand the risk with it. You know, these are like all these altcoins that a lot of there's altcoins. I want to be very clear. A lot of these altcoins will not survive 2018. There is a tremendous amount of altcoin that are keep on coming from ICOs, and, like, you know, some of them are just complete crap. I don't know how they are getting on it, but they're complete crap, and people lack of understanding and lack of, like, you know, knowledge. People just don't understand what is, like, the value. Some of those projects are so, like, you know, out there that there is no possible way that you can you know, implement those projects. So the project is as good as if you can implement them. Like, just because someone have a good white paper or good, like, idea doesn't mean that, you know, that project is going to be successful. In order to have that successful project, you need to implement those projects. All right. So Tron, absolutely, they have a good idea, good, like, you know, like the white paper and all that, but they have to implement those things. And I mean, I want to make sure that I'm not, like, you know, I'm not trying to badmouth Tron here. All right. I have a small position in Tron as well, but what I'm trying to tell you here is you have to make sure that, you know, you understand the risk associated with these coins. All right, these are not, like, you know, your proven coins. These are not your coins that are, like, you know, have proven over the time. These are speculative coins. You have to understand that if you don't do the proper risk management, if you don't, like, you know, allocate your portfolio properly in this coins, then, you know, it will fluctuate the way, like, you know, the price will go up and down, or might sit really low, and it won't, like, you'll be out of capital basically, or worse, you'll just blow your portfolio. All right, so just keep those things very mindful. Keep certain amount in this kind of portfolio. I mean, I would not feel comfortable putting anything more than 5%, but that's, again, it's really individual, depending on your risk level, your risk tolerance. But I'm just giving you a straight up advice. It's not even, I mean, I don't like to say that as advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you my opinion that is based on what I have seen over the years. Been there, done that. I have seen it enough, that enough portfolio being blown out in like things like, penny stocks and whatever, like people have been traded. All right, but it is coming at very significant support right now for around 4 cents. So we need to make sure that it holds that support. Let's quickly go on to Justin Sun, who is the founder of Tron. Let's look at, like, Justin Sun. So there was a tweet out of PMO India about blockchain technology and how it can improve. The Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, he's a very pro-technology person. He's one of those guys who is very computer savvy, technology savvy, and he really loves technology, and he really thinks like technology can solve a lot of like problems in this developing countries like China, India. The BRIC. There's a acronym called BRIC: Brazil, Russia, India, and China. And China is BRIC: Brazil, Russia, India, and China. That's the acronym. That's for, like, a lot of this developing countries, especially India, China, Russia, and Brazil. They are very much in a growth phase right now, and they have to use technology in order to overcome a lot of the problems they have in their respective countries. All right, so they have to rely heavily on the technologies to overcome those problems. Now, Justin just recently announced that they hired a senior software engineer. So again, I have mentioned this before. They are going in the right direction. All right, these are all good signs. You're expanding your team, which is all good signs. So they're definitely going in the right direction, and that's what we like to see. There is no way you can get inside like what exactly, like, what is there, like, you can see their roadmap and all that, but like you can't really get the ins and out of the, like, the management in Tron Foundation or the and Tron. So and he's pretty active on social media. So I mean, but at least he's like sharing that if they're adding a new team members, so people know that there's some activities going on. All right, so let's go. I mean, you can always come here and, like, follow him on Twitter, or, like, go to this Tron Foundation. It talks about, like, Tron Foundation is also all the, like, news and everything are keep on updating. So you can always come on here and pretty much, like, see what's going on with, like, Tron if you have a position and if you want to monitor that. Okay, so back to Tron on the technicals. Just to recap, coming at a significant support level. I'm going to mark this as a blue, as I told you before. So support level is going to be the blue dotted lines, resistance is going to be the red dotted lines. All right, let's look at 8-hour chart real quick. Okay, so alright, so in 8-hour chart we are coming up against, again, like, there's a typical pattern: breakout, consolidation, then it goes to like this support level around 4 cents, trying to break out, then again consolidation, then coming back to the support. At this support level, I feel like the people who are holding at this price point are the people who really want to hold it until, like, I don't know, like years, like 2-3 years, they will just hold it. So that's all, guys. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please post it in the comments. I go through those questions and I reply them pretty right away. So all right, so that's it for Tron, and I will do more altcoins for you soon. All right, thank you.